Sir Thomas Innes of Learney GCVO WS was Lord Lyon from 1945 to 1969, after having been Carrick Pursuivant and Albany Herald in the 1920s and 1930s. He was a very active Lord Lyon, strongly promoting his views of what his office was through his writings and pronouncements in his court. In 1950, he convinced the Scots Law Times to start publishing the decisions made in Lyon Court. By ruling on uncontested petitions, he was able to expound many of his theories in court but not under review of his superior court, and get them published in the judicial record. His treatise, Scots Heraldry, was first published in 1934 when he was Carrick Pursuivant. Then a second, enlarged edition came out in 1956, and it has practically eclipsed earlier works on the subject. Following his retirement as Lord Lyon in 1969, he was appointed Marchmont Herald. Innes of Learney's writings contain a number of theories which, at a time when English armorial law had come to dominate even Scottish heraldry, may have seemed quite novel, despite his claims that they were grounded in Scotland's feudal past. Most notable is the claim that a grant of arms in Scotland confers what he calls noblesse, and equates with nobility in the original sense, namely basic and titled nobility possessed by everyone noble, from gentleman to duke, though the word is nowadays generally taken to mean exclusively the peerage, which is why the French word noblesse seemed to him a better term. There are also other claims, such as his right to decide disputes over chiefships of clans or branches of clans, his right to decide disputes of precedence, his right to confer nobility to non-physical persons such as corporations or associations, etc. These rights are still being exercised by the court of the Lord Lyon, as a jurist, in Scots Heraldry and in his revision of Adams the clans, septs and regiments of the Scottish Highlands, as well as in the tartans of the clans and families of Scotland. He offers evidence from ancient legal documents as well as more recent Parliament and court decisions to support his position. Written works: Armorial Conveyancing, Adams, Frank, revised by Sir Thomas Innes of Learney, Lord Lyon, King of Arms, The Clans, Septs and Regiments of the Scottish Highlands, 4th ed., Edinburgh and Amp, London 1952. Important and authoritative additions by Learney as the Lord Lyon, King of Arms. Law of Succession in Ensign's Armorial, Scots Heraldry, W and Amp A. K. Johnston Limited, Edinburgh and Amp, London, 1938. 2nd ed., revised and enlarged, Edinburgh and Amp, London, 1956. 3rd ed., revised by Malcolm R. Innes of Edingate, Marchmont Herald, London and Amp, Edinburgh, 1978. The Tartans of the Clans and Families of Scotland, 1st ed., 1938, 2nd ed., 1945, 3rd ed., 1947, 4th ed., 1948, 5th ed., 1950, reprinted 1952, 6th ed., 1958, 7th ed., Edinburgh and Amp, London 1964. The Scottish Tartans with historical sketches of the clans and families of Scotland, the arms of chiefs of clans and families and clansmen's badges, illustrated by William Semple, W. and Amp A. K. Johnston and Amp G. W. Bacon Limited, Edinburgh and London, revised and reprinted edition 1966.